cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Happy Monday. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and I gotta say, I pulled that off fairly nice. Reese is home for break for Thanksgiving, and she made the most outrageous mess I've ever seen in my entire life. She didn't know what to do, so she just threw it and bolted. I cleaned it. Maybe I'll tell you about it at the end of the show. Anyway, what's up, Sweet and Salty, aka Rachel? Haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad that you're here today. Today we're going over the Madeline Soto case. Friends speak out about Maddie's period. And what I'm going to tell you is what I told you the other day. She did, in fact, have her period. After that streak, she told her friend she was late. Late means that it was later than it was supposed to be, but you had it. Not having it would mean not having it. So, therefore, as we get into it, remember, she didn't even have a month before she died. All right? So she didn't have a chance to have another one. What's up, LA film scene? Marilyn McRae, Healed Soul, E. Rodriguez. I see lots of people here today that I don't normally see. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and I'm going to gift memberships today. Thanks to Sharon Belko. She sent me money to gift memberships. That's awesome. So if you guys have the mean to become a new member, like Sarah Williamson, YouTube member, if you don't, hit the like button, subscribe for all notifications. And if you do, if you have the mean, super chat, super sticker, all that, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, great. I love you guys. And let's get into it. All right. So we're doing audio today. I've never played this audio. I did, in fact. Actually, first of all, let me start off. We did a FOIA, and we got this one file, and then other files from other sources. But we got this one that I don't think anyone's heard yet. So we're gonna listen to two different ones. And the little girl's name is Sage. There's no doubt about that. We're not revealing address. We triple check that there's nothing. And that's for you, Foxy Amazon. Absolutely nothing that we're doing wrong with these children, with them having the audio. Their parents were there to consent, etc. Cinder, what's up? Yeah, you have the kids break too? Oh, yeah, I wasn't ready for this mess. Maybe I'll tell you later. I love this sarcasm. I never thought she was pregnant. Something else happened. And that's me too. So we're going to get into it. It's all interpretation. Darzilla, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I got a message today from somebody that I'd never heard from on my community page. Said she loves me. Thank you for keeping it real and being funny. And she's going to keep coming back. So I'm excited about that. All right. So what's up, MM Clark? Didn't think you were going to make it. I saw Grossi and other people on other channels, and I was like, I wonder if anyone's going to come today. But you guys did, and you won't regret it. So we're going to start off with the first two interviews being, and we're not going to give you a bunch of information, but it's friends. We're going to start off with friends. We have two interviews of Sage. I'm not even going to give you Sage's last name. There's no point in giving you Sage's last name, but Sage is going to give other kids' names, and she has two interviews with officers. So Sage has an interview with one officer and then another interview with another officer. So hers is very relevant. We also have Yolanda Zambrano, finally. Yolanda Zambrano is Madeline Soto's grandma. We have not heard from her at all. We've never heard from her until now. It's only about 9 minutes or 12 minutes, but she talks about when Maddie called her, was crying and didn't want to go home, y'all. She talked about that. You remember how Maddie told her grandma, I don't want to go home, grandma. For some reason, she wanted to stay with grandma. Grandma sent her home. And when she sent her home, she didn't even last for 24 hours. She came up missing, and then they found her body. So this is pretty like heartbreaking. but it's also eye-opening for me. Love you too, Leanne. Shadow, what's up? And welcome to all the new people here. While I'm playing the video, while I'm playing the audio, I will gift at least 10 memberships today. Okay. So yeah, it's crazy stuff today. I wish there were videos, but we actually wouldn't even be able to do videos because they're children. So first one off the bat, Ellis, and this is all right, Nikki, we'll see you in a little bit. This one is the crazy one that talks about Maddie's period and actually having it. And like I said, if you're a woman, you know what that means. If someone says they're late, you'd say, how late were you? And they'd say, well, I never started. Then you'd say, well, how late are you? There's a difference, y'all. Adam drives Helen. He's getting the party started. Thank you so much for the $1.99 super sticker, my man. All right. Eve L says, busy bee. Yes. I'm excited today. I'm very excited. Millie, what's up? I bet you haven't heard this interview, Millie. And you're the know-all of this case. You know all the stuff. Heartbreaking for Maddie. But yeah, women, you tell me. If your friend says, hey, I'm late, you usually say, well, how late are you? And they say, well, I was late 2 weeks. Oh, that means you started. Oh, yeah, okay. I never started. Oh, so you are late. How late are you? How late were you? How late are you? There's a difference, all right? So let's get into it. Hello, everybody. I wanted to make sure everybody was rolling in so they don't come in and say, Jay, what are you talking about? And then I have to say, well, go back and watch it. I know you haven't heard this, Millie, because they're talking about her period and her, in fact, starting at the end of January, and she dies at the end of February. So she never had a chance to have her period, or she did have her period, and that's what the bleeding was. When the cops when we saw some of the documents, there was blood in the area of her private parts. There were blood in her private parts. That could mean blood from either the SA from Stephen Stearns, or it could mean she started her period. All right. So just keep that in mind. Yeah. Kimberline, I was late 4 times. You should say I was late 4 times. You either are late or that. Is that how we sound, Jay? Yes, that's how we sound. All right, let's get into it. You either are late or you were late. Which one is it? 222. Maddie says hi. We're sending love to Maddie. Say a prayer. 222 people in chat. All right, let's go. Yeah, she did. There was blood at the scene. Many people believe that Stephen Stearns abused her and brutally abused her, and that in fact may have caused the blood. But now I'm thinking it could have been something else. All right, let's see if we can get this cranked up.
The date is March 13th, 2024. The time is 4 p.m. We are at.
Can you hear it?
Morris, Detective Kaluskin, and this is in reference to case number 24001896. If you don't mind, I'm just going to set this down here because I know you talk kind of soft, and so I can capture what you say. So like I said previously before we started the recording, I'm here and I'm the lead detective that's investigating the case for Maddie. Okay. I know you spoke to Orange County detectives in the past. Some were all right, some were not so pleasant, according to your father. So I'm going to do my best to be as. I'm in a house right now with my wife and 3 daughters, so I kind of know how to talk to females and stuff like that. So I just have a few follow-up questions from when you spoke to Orange County Detective Payne, I think his name was. Did you go to the...
Okay, that's great, because he's saying he's going to follow up from the interview from Detective Payne. So we're going to go backwards. We're going to play this one first, which is really relevant. And then if you guys have to go do something else, that means you already heard it. I'm going to go back to the Detective Payne one. What he's doing is clarifying what she was talking to Detective Payne. Now, yeah, Foxy, you're absolutely right. We don't know yet, and we're not even really talking about if the medical examiner or whoever knows about that. I'm just saying from our curiosity, since everybody's so curious and thinking that her pregnancy was the motive, which I don't even think she's pregnant, but okay. So We're talking about that right now. It's just for us. And this is all speculative and entertainment purposes only, allegedly, right?
Maddie's birthday party on Sunday.
Yes.
Who else was there with you as our friends?
Maddie's birthday
Me and
party.
Emily.
Emily?
Yeah.
Do you know Emily's last name?
No.
Does she go
Okay.
to school?
Yes.
What grade?
All right, Bree.
7th.
7th. Any classes with Maddie?
PE.
PE? You don't happen to have her phone number, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you mind giving it to me? Are you feeling better? Dad says you weren't feeling too hot yesterday.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
So they're just blurring stuff out. They're redacting things.
All right, so you two were basically the only friends that were there at the
Yes.
birthday party. How was she during the birthday party? Was she outgoing, happy?
When Emily got there, she kind of changed her mood, but I was the first one of her friends to get there, but she was kind of on me for stuff. Like, she would kind of get mad at anything I asked. They had,
Like what? What would you ask her that would make her mad?
there was like food there, and I didn't know what the food was, so I asked, and after like 3 times of asking, she got mad at me asking. We were playing red light, green light, and she got mad because I wasn't standing in the correct spot, and it would just be about really little things.
Okay. I know it's difficult for me to ask, but I have to ask because it might be important in the future. I know you share with either Detective Payne or
No, I was trying to boost the sound for you guys and I did that. I'm sorry. I'll go right back to it. My bad. All right. So
the date is March 13th, 2024.
I'll go right back to it. 1 second. Sorry about that, y'all. I know this
Morris,
is
Detective Kaluskin, and this in reference to case number 24001896. If you don't mind, I'm just going to set this down here because I know you talk kind of soft, and so I can capture what you say. So, like I said previously before we started the recording, I'm here and I'm the lead detective that's investigating the case for Maddie. Okay. I know you spoke to Orange County detectives in the past. Some were all right, some were not so pleasant, according to your father. So I'm going to do my best to be as. I'm in a house right now with my wife and 3 daughters, so I kind of know how to talk to females and stuff like that. So I just have a few follow-up questions from when you spoke to Orange County Detective Payne, I think his name was. Did you go to the Maddie's birthday party on Sunday?
Yes.
Who else was there with you as our friends?
Me and Emily.
Emily?
Yeah.
Do you know Emily's last name?
No.
Does she go to your school?
Yes.
What grade is she?
7th.
7th. Any classes with Maddie?
PE.
PE? You don't happen to have her phone number, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you mind giving it to me? Are you feeling better? Dad says you weren't feeling too hot yesterday.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
all right. So this is a redaction. I'm not even going to stop it. I want to play it through just in case because this is kind of a pivotal one.
All right, so you two were basically the only friends that were there at
Yes.
the birthday party. How was she during the birthday party? Was she outgoing, happy?
When Emily got there, she kind of changed her mood, but I was the first one of her friends to get there, but she was kind of on me for stuff. Like, she would kind of get mad at anything I asked. They had,
Like what? What would you ask her that would make her mad?
there was like food there, and I didn't know what the food was, so I asked, and after like 3 times of asking, she got mad at me asking. We were playing red light, green light, and she got mad because I wasn't standing in the correct spot, and it would just be about really little things.
Okay. I know it's difficult for me to ask, but I have to ask because it might be important in the future. I know you share with either Detective Payne or the other female that was speaking with you that you and Maddie kind of were maybe on the same cycle.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. And in the interview with Detective Payne, you said
Cycle.
that Maddie may have gotten her period later on.
Yeah.
Was that in February or January?
January.
January. Okay. Did you two discuss it all about February's?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Because I think you also mentioned to him when she doesn't get it, she's kind of moody.
Yeah.
Or okay, did it appear that way when you guys were at the birthday?
And sorry about that. I did stop it because Randy just walked in, Randy B. And right when you came in, I just got here. He just literally called Matt. He called Sage in to clarify something from the other detective. And the first thing he said was, did Maddie get her period? That in a nutshell, that's what he said. And then I was thinking she's being moody. Many times when you're PMSing, you ladies know, I know, when I'm having a premenstrual thing, I'm moody and bitchy. So the officer goes into that. He says he's used to talking to girls. So she had her, and as it goes in, just because I want to make sure, there's a bunch of background noise. They talk about her having her period at the end of January. They didn't talk about February because Maddie didn't either have a chance to have it in February or it happened and it was a month later and she was dead. Okay. So this is before Maddie was deceased, obviously. All right. Yeah. The sweet PMS blues. So he went in for it, straight for it. Back to it. Oh, there's no sound. Okay, so I messed that up, didn't I? I messed the sound up. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull this down and just, we're barely at the beginning of it, but I need to make sure that I've got the right one. I'm going to pull everything else down and kind of start it from the beginning and boost it up because right now I keep on switching the audios. I have too many different files. New audio file from Madeline Soto. So this one is Sage. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I've got too many audios right now. So let me do this. There's a Sage interview, and I'm sorry that I'm doing this, but I just have too many things going on, too many different audios, and I want to make sure I get the right one. So and I accidentally switched it to the interview that was supposed to go next. So I'm not going to stop it. I'm going to just keep going once I get it started because these files are a bit weird.
15th, 2024. The time is 4 p.m. We are at Detective Morris, Detective Kaluskin, and this is in reference to case number 24001896. If you don't mind, I'm just going to set this down here because I know you talk kind of soft, and so I can capture what you say. So like I said previously before we started the recording, I'm here and I'm the lead detective that's investigating the case for Maddie. Okay. I know you spoke to Orange County detectives in the past. Some were all right, some were not so pleasant, according to your father. So I'm going to do my best to be as.
Yep.
I'm in a house right now with my wife and 3 daughters, so I kind of know how to talk to females and stuff like that. So
yes.
I just have a few follow-up questions from when you spoke to Orange County Detective Payne, I think his name was. Did you go to the Maddie's birthday party on Sunday?
Yes.
Who else was there with you as our friends?
Me and Emily.
Emily?
Yeah.
Do you know Emily's last name?
No.
Does she go to your school?
Yes.
What grade is she?
7th.
7th. Any classes with Maddie?
PE.
PE? You don't happen to have her phone number, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Do you mind giving it to me? Are you feeling better? Dad says you weren't feeling too hot yesterday.
Yeah, I'm feeling better.
All right, redaction, and they're going to get back into it. So if you guys just walked in here, you're going to listen to it. I'm at my door so you don't hear my dog.
All right, so you two were basically the only friends that were there at
Yes.
the birthday party. How was she during the birthday party? Was she outgoing, happy?
When Emily got there, she kind of changed her mood, but I was the first one of her friends to get there, but she was kind of on me for stuff. Like she would kind of get mad at anything I asked. They had,
Like what? What would you ask her that would make her mad?
there was like food there, and I didn't know what the food was, so I asked, and after like 3 times of asking, she got mad at me asking. We were playing red light, green light, and she got mad because I wasn't standing in the correct spot, and it would just be about really little things.
Okay. I know it's difficult for me to ask, but I have to ask because it might be important in the future. I know you share with either Detective Payne or the other female that was speaking with you that you and Maddie kind of were maybe on the same cycle.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Okay. And in the interview with Detective Payne, you said that Maddie may have gotten her period later on.
Yeah.
Was that in February or January?
January.
January. Okay. Did you two discuss it all about February's?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. Because I think you also mentioned to him when she doesn't get it, she's kind of moody.
Yeah.
Or okay, did it appear that way when you guys were at the birthday party or the weeks leading up to it?
At the birthday party.
She did. Okay, she seemed.
Of course, I didn't know that last night.
Yes, exactly. So I'm gonna scoot a little closer. So during the birthday party, she seemed to act kind of the way she would if she didn't get a period.
Yeah.
Or it was shooting party. Did she say anything else was bothering her during her birthday party?
No. Yes. Oh, we should.
Come on.
Oh yeah, she had told her friends like literally like she told all of us like the day before her party. So she was mad that no one could make it because everyone was like out of town or like
Okay.
they couldn't make it.
And she was upset at that.
Yeah.
Okay. In going through Maddie's text messages, you guys appear to have a group text going between you and a few other people.
Yeah.
Okay. She asked you about dates for NPAs.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you still have those text messages in your phone?
Right.
Maybe. And the reason I'm asking is because it looks like when she asked for the dates for the NPA, either
Maybe this is why nobody else played it. And I had to stop it for a second because I have no idea. I had no idea that it was going to have that awful background noise. But you can hear what the cop is saying. He is doing good with that little one. He said he's used to talking to females and like he has daughters and he's used to it. So he's being real respectful. Obviously, they're not going to talk about the one in February when we don't know about the one in February because she died. No one's going to talk about that. The officers aren't going to, or the medical examiner is not going to reveal that. All right, I'll turn it back up when it's not going to go back to the beginning, Heaven. That was my fault. It's not going to go back to the beginning. I got it. I had too many things going. All right, let's keep going. I'm sorry about that background noise. I don't know what it does. It sounds like a flushing toilet, but I think that's why a lot of people didn't play it, but it's very relevant to what they're talking about. All right, 1 sec. Come on. It did that again. Oh my goodness. All right, I know where I was though.
We were playing red light, green light, and she
Was it? Yep. Was it?
okay. Um,
All right, it's
I-
playing.
It's difficult for me to ask, but I have to ask because it might. So the MPA? I don't want to scroll through it. Is the MPA conversation before this or after?
She said it right here.
Looking at say, and that's regarding the MPAs.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay. All right, so it doesn't look like there was too many conversations after that, if any. Yeah, I just want to kind of. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom of the. Oh. How do I get rid of that?
We just go all the way down.
Yeah, go to the very last message that you had that Maddie would have been a part of. You're like my kids. Scroll forever.
Yes, lots of talking.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't know if this is because Maddie asked specifically in a text message. Do you know the date of NPA? Do you
I'll
have-
find that.
Come on, officer.
You have a lot of different group messages with Maddie.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, just for the record, Sage's mom is also present with this interview.
Yes. What's MPA, y'all? MPA. I don't know what MPA is. This is Sage. No.
I can't find it.
Okay, that's fine. Going back to the birthday party, what time did you leave the party?
Picked you up like 7.
Yeah, it's not 7.
I got
I'm
home
at
at
7:15.
Emily left the same time.
Okay.
Because I saw Emily walk out. Her mother was already there. Sister, someone was already there for her, and then I
Picking up now.
saved it.
Okay. Who all from Maddie's family was there? Was there a lot? Or?
Yeah, there was a lot. I can't.
Okay. Did Maddie say what time she was leaving the party to you guys, or what time she's going to go home?
I had asked her when the party
No.
was gonna end before Emily had cake because she was asking.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I don't know, this party could last till like midnight or like 1 a.m.
Okay. Do you happen to know who took Maddie home,
I
or
don't.
did she even talk? Did she talk about it? Who was going to take her home?
I know what the person looks like. I don't know like how they're
Okay.
like, related to Maddie.
It was a family member.
Yes.
It wasn't her mom's boyfriend.
The mom's boyfriend was not at the party.
Okay.
It was
Did
her
Maddie
aunt.
mention to you that he was going to be at the house when she got home, or anything like that? No. Did she mention to you about mom? Was mom working, or why wasn't mom at the party?
No, she didn't mention the mom at all.
Okay. Did she seem like she was upset at the mom? At her mom?
No, but I kind of figured that's why she was mad. at like the party.
Because her mom wasn't there.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Now, I know you mentioned in also one of the interviews that every time, whenever you wake up, you always have messages from Maddie, regarding text messages.
Yeah.
And is that like on a daily basis or okay? All right. What would those messages just be about? Random stuff or good morning
She
or
would say like, "Hi, good morning." She'd send me like Instagram and YouTube stuff.
okay. And from what I understand, she didn't send you a message that morning, Monday morning.
Yeah.
And as long as you've known Maddie, have you known anyone other than her mother to take her to school?
Other than her grandparents.
Other than her parents, okay. Have you ever met this guy, her mom's boyfriend?
I went over to her house like once or twice and he was there. I met him in person once.
Okay. Did she ever talk about him?
I knew she was on call with him a lot, and I knew that she had told me that he'd moved out of like the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about Stefan.
One day I had asked to hang out with her, and we had made plans like a week or two before.
Mm-hmm.
And then the day of, I wake up to a text message, and it was like, "Hey, I can't. My stepfather's coming, and we're gonna hang out together for the day."
Okay. Did she seem like she had a good relationship with him?
Yeah, they seemed pretty tight. They seemed really close.
Okay.
Stefan
Did she ever
and
mention
Maddie.
anything that may have been weird to you about him or mom?
Other than that, they were like really close and that they were like always on call.
Okay.
Like when
Sweet.
me and Maddie weren't on call, she was either on call with her sister or him.
Okay. With whose sister?
Her sister.
Maddie's sister. Okay. Could that be her half sister?
I guess.
Do you know her name? If I said her name?
No.
Okay. All right. I think that's going to be, I just needed some things clarified about the party, but she was definitely upset at the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel that she was upset at anybody in particular or just upset in general?
Upset in general, kind of.
Okay. Was she crying or anything like that?
No.
Tell her what she would do. Tell them what she did.
When I first got.
All right, I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm at 12 minutes and 51 seconds. The reason I'm not pausing it and clarifying things, number one, people get mad when I do pause it. And number two, when I do pause it, it seems to go back to the beginning. So, crime junkie, she told her friend that she had her period. There was no late. There was no my period was late. It's just, hey, girl, I had my period at the end of January. Now, Maddie's life was taken at the end of February. So either she had her period at the end of February and maybe she was on it when she died, or she didn't have her period, but she wasn't able to have it because they took her life. Now, we heard things about there being blood. They talked about there being blood in her areas of her private parts when she was, after she was already dead. There was blood in her private parts. Many people said there was blood in her private parts because they thought that Stefan had abused her before and was maybe ultra aggressive that day because he strangled her anyway. Now, 555, this is trigger warning here. It is, oh my God. So if you can't handle this, then I'm sorry. Let's Maddie's say a prayer for Maddie. Okay, so trigger warning. I would be upset too if someone was talking about this, but I'm trying to be as clear as I can. So we don't know where the blood came from. It could be her period blood when they found blood in her private areas. But what I'm saying is at the end of January, probably between January 27th to the 31st, she had her period. She never again talked about it with anyone on record that we know that says my period's late. So therefore, in my opinion and my conclusion is that the motive was not her being pregnant, because you're not going to take someone's life for them being pregnant 3 days, 4 days, even 7 days. You can't detect that. All right. So Mai Tai says, like, this was a first time period menstrual discussion or friends discussing. Yeah. Lots of friends discussed their menstrual periods. And she also said that her friends also said that, The dogs are barking. Her friends also said that she was really close with Stephen Stearns, her mom's boyfriend. And then she went to go on to, it's not her mom's boyfriend. That's my dog. It's not her mom's boyfriend. Now they broke up. It's an ex. But from what I'm gathering from her friends, Stefan was calling her all the time. And when she wasn't talking to Sage, which I believe Sage is her BFF, when she wasn't talking to Sage, she was talking to Stefan. So when she wasn't on the phone with Sage, Stefan Stearns was calling. And absolutely hashtag arrest Jen Soto. She deserves to be in jail. All right, let's keep listening because the mom, Sage's mom, is about to weigh in on this. And I'm sorry that there's lawnmowers and leaf blowers, but that's from the officer side. That's why I'm imagining most people didn't hear this because people didn't want to put it out. But I don't care because I can hear it. All right. So I can listen. We can listen to it again and clarify it. But yeah, I apologize.
After the party, she got mad because I didn't have a gift.
Okay.
Which I had already given my gift to her at school, but she had said like, "Where's like the rest?" And I gave her like this really big bag of like full of stuff, and I was like, "What do you mean? Where's the rest?" And she was like, "You said that there were gonna be like a whole bunch of stuff as like a joke, and then so where's the rest of the stuff?" And I was like, "This is it." So when I showed up to her party, she was like, "I barely got any gifts, and I was surprised I didn't get a gift from you." And I was like, "But I already gave you my gift at school."
Did you hear that?
And then at the end of like the party, like when me and Emily were like leaving, she got mad at me because I didn't like shake all of like her family members like hands to like say goodbye, which I kind of was like, "Oh, bye," and then like I left, and then as I was like crossing the street and stuff, she got mad. She was like, "I always get in trouble after you leave because you don't say goodbye to everyone," and I was like, I say goodbye. I just don't say it very loud.
What did she always have?
Now that's ultra bitchy, don't you think? I want to recap on that. That's very bitchy to have a birthday party and only like 2 friends show up and you're going to bitch at them because they're asking what a certain kind of Puerto Rican food is that the other kids don't know about. And you're bitching because they don't say bye or shake their family's hand. That's a little awkward. It's a little awkward for not to know someone. Maybe they don't speak English. So that's odd. I think she was mad about the birthday gifts already. It's very moody, but I do think we know now that Jen Soto did not get her cash for her birthday. As a matter of fact, she was going to use that cash to go get Botox. So yes, very moody. I feel bad for this friend all around because she lost her BFF and you can hear it in her voice that what's going on there. And yeah, this is a hard case and it's hard when it sounds like that. All right, so let's keep going, but that's what I'm understanding. Definitely the period thing was a big deal. Definitely they didn't give Maddie money. Definitely Maddie was very moody. Maybe Maddie was mad because she wanted Steph in there. I don't know. It's hard to tell at this point. It seems that they go back and forth.
These kind of mood swings, I guess you could say, call them.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know.
And they're redacting. I just gifted 5 more memberships, y'all.
Okay. Did she ever talk about her sleeping habits? Like, would she go to
Sleeping
bed late,
habits.
go to bed early, sleep in late, get up early?
I know if she was like sick or something, she'd go to bed early, but she'd sleep in her mom's room.
Okay.
But other than that, she'd stay up pretty late.
All right. One last difficult question. Do you think her mom would hurt her for any reason?
Ooh. What?
I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. And I'm not going to ask you about him because you don't know him. Is there anything that you can think of, since we're probably not going to be talking again, that you think I should know that about Maddie or anything that has to do with that household?
I know that they have roommates. She told me that he moved out and that they got a new roommate. I don't think I can think of anything else that's like weird or anything other than the whole roommate thing.
Gotcha.
Her phone is, I'm telling you this, so if there's anything that you need from her phone, we have to go get her phone fixed. For some reason,
All right, so they need to get her phone fixed, the friend. Now, Heaven, what they asked is, do you think Maddie's mom would hurt her? Question of the day, do you think Jen Soto would hurt Maddie for any reason? So what they were expecting to hear was, yeah, they fight a lot, they bicker at each other. Maybe her say, yeah, we were fighting, or they were fighting, something like that. All right. If I go back, Jess, I can try to go back, but if I do, it might mess it up. So I might keep going. Let me see. All right, I'll go back a little bit where the lawnmower's not. So hopefully it's no lawnmower because that's killing me. All right, let's listen again. I'm sorry that this sounds like crap. Every time I go back, it doesn't start. Come on. Yeah, now see, it's not starting now. Every time I go back, it doesn't work again. I don't know why. Give me a second. All right, I may have to stop it and reshare it again. Yeah, it's just I don't know why it's doing that. All right, let me stop sharing and then I'll share it again. 1 second. I have no idea why it's doing that. Give me a second. You guys can chat amongst yourselves.
Can't. My stepfather's coming.
All right,
we're gonna hang
I'm
out.
gonna leave it there.
Okay.
That's it.
Did she seem like she had a good relationship with him?
Yeah, they seem pretty tight. They seem really close.
Okay. Did she ever mention anything that would may have been weird to you about him or mom?
Other than that, they were like really close and that they were like always on call.
Okay.
Like when me and Maddie were on call, she was either on call with her sister or him.
Okay. With whose sister?
Her sister.
Maddie's sister. Okay. Could that be her half sister?
I guess.
Do you know her name? If I said her name?
No.
Okay. All right. I think that's gonna be. I just needed some things clarified about the party, but she was definitely upset at the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel that she was upset at anybody in particular, or just upset in general?
Upset in general, kind of.
Okay. Was she crying or anything like that?
No.
Tell her what she would do. Tell them what she did.
When I first got to the party, she got mad because I didn't have a gift.
Okay.
Which I had already given my gift
All
to
right.
her at school, but she
One more time.
said like, "Where's like the rest?"
Mhm.
And I gave her like this really big bag of like full of stuff, and I was like, "What do you mean? Where's the rest?" And she was like, "You said that there were gonna be like a whole bunch of stuff as like a joke, and then like, so where's the rest of the stuff?" And I was like, "This is it." So when I showed up to her party, she was like, "I barely got any gifts, and I was surprised I didn't get a gift from you." And I was like, "But I already gave you my gift at school." So, and then at the end of like the party, like when me and Emily were like leaving, she got mad at me because they didn't like shake all of like her family members like hands to like say goodbye, which I kind of was like, "Oh, bye," and then like I left, and then as I was like crossing the street and stuff, she got mad. She was like, "I always get in trouble after you leave because you don't say goodbye to everyone," and I was like, I say goodbye. I just don't say it very loud.
Did she always have these kind of mood swings, I guess you could say, call them?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know.
All right, they're redacting now, and now we're gonna hit the last few minutes of this, and I have I have
Did she ever talk
more.
about her sleeping habits? Like, would she go to bed late, go to bed early, sleep in late, get up early?
I know if she was like sick or something, she'd go to bed early, but she'd sleep in her mom's room.
Okay.
But other than that, she'd stay up pretty late.
right?
All right.
Link with Stefan.
One last difficult question. Do you think her mom would hurt her for any reason?
Did you hear that? Would her mom hurt her for any reason?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine. And I'm not going to ask you about him because you don't know him. Is there anything that you can think of, since we're probably not going to be talking again, that you think I should know that about Maddie or anything that has to do with that household?
I know that they have roommates.
Mm-hmm.
She told me that he moved out and that they got a new roommate.
No.
I don't think I can think of anything else that was
Okay.
like weird or
Yes.
anything other than the whole roommate thing.
Gotcha. All right.
Her phone is, I'm
Thank
telling you, so
you.
if there's anything that you need from her phone, we have to go get her phone fixed. For some reason, it's not letting her do, it's not saying there's a phone number on it anymore. It just keeps wanting to do the email address and we can't get it back. So we've got to take it. So, but I don't know if we take it. We've been holding off on taking it until after you talked to her because I didn't know that if we redid it, we were afraid she might lose messages.
Gotcha. If you could do me a favor, and they'll probably ask you when you go to the phone store.
Uh-huh.
I see you have an iPhone. If you could back it up to your Apple iCloud.
Yeah.
Because they're going to ask that anyways.
Okay.
They may be able to assist you in backing it up. I don't think I will, but in the slight chance
Right.
I may need, because we have Maddie's phone and stuff like that. So we have a lot of the messages already. It's just that one
Maddie's
message was
phone.
concerning where she asked the date for MPAs, but nobody replies after that. And that's the reason I was kind of needing clarification on that.
I don't know what
Because nobody
MPAs
knew.
are.
Nobody knew the date. And then,
Is that why you didn't answer?
yeah.
And it makes sense. If you do happen to think of something that we didn't talk about or something that just pops in your head, let mom or dad know. I gave him my card yesterday. Unless you want me to give you another one.
No, I'm sure he's
Okay.
right.
Please feel free to reach out to me. Then I can communicate through you so we don't have to bother. Because I know this is a very traumatic
Yes.
incident,
Okay.
and it's unfortunate that Sage has been talked to a few times already. It's just when a juvenile is involved and they have a best friend like Sage, that's the reason why, because best friends know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they know a lot more than parents and stuff like that. So I want to apologize. I don't know what happened with Orange County detectives. We don't work with them. But I know your husband was very upset yesterday when they came. And I hope I can kind of smooth that over. But
No, you did great. It was the line of questioning and some of the words that she didn't know and then having to explain what some of the words meant was something we didn't really want to have to go through.
Thank you.
I will say that when she came home from the birthday party, she was upset
Mhm.
because Maddie was on her about everything. Sage doesn't
You
like
hear that?
guacamole. She got mad at her for not eating the guacamole. She was mad about everything. They went outside and played. She got a water hose and was she was very angry. She was mad that
Wow.
there were no presents. This is all this stuff she came home and told us.
Gotcha.
She was mad because family members weren't there, and Sage's birthday is at the beginning of February, and she'd been building it up all month that on her birthday it's going to be a really big event, and all this family's coming in, and then they didn't.
Right.
So she was very upset. So I mean, she's kind of breezed over it a little bit, but that was when she came home. That's what she told us.
Gotcha.
And there
Okay.
was this whole table, and there was one gift on it.
Oh wow.
So there weren't a lot of
She got-
gifts. So I don't.
she got
I saw
one
an interview with the grandmother saying, "Oh, there were all these gifts and all these people," and that's not what was.
Gotcha.
Damn,
that's
she
right,
got
she
one
said, unless
gift.
that happened after.
Right. Okay.
Aw.
All right.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, thank you for talking to me. Thank you. Also, we're gonna conclude this interview. It is now 4:19 p.m.
All right, we made it through that one. Oh my god. We have more, and I'm gonna throw this one out of the window after the show. And the only reason I am like that right now, because right before I got onto the show, my daughter spilled the most massive cup of chocolate milk, and it was the most, what's the opposite of diluted? It was concentrated. I don't even know how she made that, y'all. I just had got home and she's just oh my god, I don't even know how to say that. Killing me. All right. So I had to clean up some nasty chocolate mess, but now we're gonna get on to the next audio here. Let me find where we are. We're gonna do another Sage interview, and this is with a different officer. So these dates are, and I can give you a little more background. This Sage interview, February 27th with a female detective. Okay, so this is before they knew that Maddie was unalive, right? It's February 27th. All right, let me see. Let me try to get these get this through. Download anyway. All right, I had it, but I'm pulling it up right now. So we have Yolanda. We have other interviews. We have Sage. All right, so let me get back to here and open this bad boy up. And I will start playing the other audios. And sorry about the last one. Play anyway. Okay. I haven't put it on yet, so you guys can't hear it. So if you're saying you can't hear it, it's because it's not on yet. I'm getting it queued up right now. All right. Let me get it queued up. This is of Sage, the 27th of February. All right. And I'm not going to say last names, even though the officer for some reason gave last names, y'all. I don't know why. All right. Yeah, you can't cry over spilled milk, but that was not milk. That was like the most concentrated chocolate thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, let's see if you can hear this.
Like we discussed briefly before we started this recording, we're here to talk about your friend. Okay. And it's extremely important that everything we talk about today is true. And if you don't know something, just tell me I don't know. Don't make anything up. Okay. So I have to ask you a couple of questions. It's not to insult your intelligence. It's not to make you feel bad by any means, but because you're under 18, I just have to ask these questions. Okay. So tell you that the pants I'm wearing are white. Would that be the truth, a lie, or something else?
A lie.
Why?
Because it's a lie because the pants aren't white.
Okay. So if I were to tell you that the chair next to you right here is like a green color, would that be a truth, a lie, or something else?
The truth.
Why?
Oh.
Okay. So it's important that we are always telling the truth no matter what. Okay. Can you promise that you'll do that? Excellent. All right. So tell me about your relationship with
I used to know since fourth
with
grade.
Maddie.
She came to school in like the middle of the year in fourth grade. She was like the new kid, so like everybody kind of just picked on her and stuff. She was in a different class than me. She got picked on a lot by people like that like nobody really liked and stuff. And then one day I kind of like went up to her and I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And then we got to know each other. And then she had left in fifth grade. She didn't come to fifth grade. And then in sixth grade, she also joined in the middle of the year. I remember her, and we became friends. And then ever since then, we've just been best friends and known her.
Maddie.
Her. She tells me like a lot. Me and like her two like go-to best friends and stuff. So yeah.
Okay. So you've known fourth grade. What grade are you in now?
Seventh.
Seventh. Okay. So about 3-4 years or so. And when you say she tells you a lot of things, what do you mean?
Like she'll tell me like stuff that's going on with her family. Anything really that like kind of like involves her. Like if like to get into a fight, she would go tell me about it on a call and stuff. She had never told me about anything about her running away other than her saying if she were to run away, she'd go into the woods and find a place and stay there.
Okay. So you're close with her. What would she tell you about like her relationship with her?
We wouldn't get
Right,
along
and you guys-
that well, she said. Every day in PE, she'd come in, she'd be like, "Oh, fight or
You
something,
guys-
like we're not on like great terms or something." I had said that
This audio.
was going
February
to disown her
27th.
when she turned 18 or 19, like kick her out of the house. About that,
They keep redacting.
she would
You guys may have heard this
get
one
her on
already.
call and stuff.
What do you mean get mad at her on call? What do you mean?
Like she tell her like clean her room or something. I'm like doing something right now. I can't.
So and do it right now.
Yeah.
And what was to that?
She'd get mad at her. She'd be like, "Do it right now." I told you to. Get off the call if you're just gonna act like that.
Okay, good.
Okay. And when you say the call, are you mean like just like a regular phone call?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys would you FaceTime each other, or was this just like you talking to each other on the phone?
Most of the time it's FaceTime because we're like playing in Roblox or something.
Gotcha. Okay. How often do you?
Like every single day. She texts me every morning I wake up, and I always get a text from her. Unless she. But usually, I thought it was fishy yesterday when she didn't text me at all. Because usually, even if she doesn't go to school that day, she texts me like the night or the day of. Like she'll wake up early just to like text me like, "Hey, I'm not going to school." And she didn't yesterday. But I didn't think everything of it. Because I thought she like slept in or something.
Okay. Has she ever mentioned anything about her relationship?
Relationship with Stefan. That's what she's saying, but it's blocked out.
Briefly, she was always on a call.
Always on a call with Stefan.
She was always on a call with him. She loved him. They were really close.
Okay. So Stefan.
Damn, they redact a lot, huh? I'm surprised they even have the kids out. Crazy. Thank you, Foxy Amazon, for the shop vac fund. I do not have a shop vac. And that's a long
and you said that she's very close to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that she's always on a phone call with him. So like what do you mean when you say that she's always on the phone with him? Like
they're always talking, like they're always texting or they're on a call with each other. Like one time I called her and she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you back later," or like, "Do you want to join?" I was like, "I can join, I don't care, your choice. If you guys want to listen, I can." And then she added me to the call and like he was helping her with her homework and stuff.
Okay, so was she typically at home when she was talking to him, or
yes.
Would she talk to him while she was here at school?
No, she talked to him at home.
Does he not live in the home?
No, but he visits a lot. He recently moved out.
Why did he move out?
I have no clue.
She didn't tell you anything that happened. Do you know when he moved out of the house?
I don't know the exact date.
Okay, and she didn't tell you why. Did she ever tell you about?
A lot of redactions, y'all.
I knew they were very close. That's pretty much all I really knew.
Close. Okay. So sometime recently he moved out and in contact with him on the phone. How often would you say that she talks to him?
Like 3 times or like 2 times a week. On call, and then like she'll go text him.
She'll text him?
Right.
How often does she text him usually? Do you know?
I have no clue.
Okay. And when she's calling him, is it usually in the afternoon, the morning, evening, something else?
Like somewhere between like the afternoon and night.
Okay. Does she say what they would talk about?
No.
Okay. What was your vibe on their relationship? Like, what did you think about it?
I liked how they were very close. Like he was always interested in like, everything that was going on. Like she'd tell him like stuff that's going on at school. I don't know. She like briefly talked to him on the phone with like me on the phone too, like that I knew of. I don't really know if it was like saying stuff. All I knew is that like she would tell him what went on at school.
Okay. Did she ever disclose to you that he said or did anything that she felt that was inappropriate?
No.
No. Did you ever witness anything that you felt that was inappropriate?
No.
That he said or did or anything like that? Okay. Have you ever been at the house when he's been there?
One time.
Okay. Tell me about that interaction.
They picked me up from my house. I don't remember if it was like a weekend or a weekday.
Mm-hmm.
And I met him, and then he went upstairs. Like when I like came, he was like, "Hey," he said, "Nice to meet you." And then he went upstairs because he just like came down for like water and then went back upstairs.
Gotcha. Okay.
I gifted
how
10.
old is he?
I have no clue.
Yes.
Who normally brings?
I gifted 10 membership, Sharon, and when it goes
Has he ever
blank,
brought her
it's
to school that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Do you have a reason why he would have brought her to school? But you don't know of a time that he's ever brought her to school. Shift work.
She's a sub here, and then I don't know if she still is. And then she also works at Disney.
Oh, okay. So now that he is no longer in the home, who else lives in the house?
A couple roommates, and then her mom and her.
Their roommates. Who are those people?
I know that.
Have you ever met them before?
I met one of them, but I don't really know them.
Are they like a couple? Like,
no.
Are they like males, females?
There's like one kid that I think is like in 6th grade or 5th grade. I don't know. There's one little kid there. And then I think the rest are all girls. I think Stephanie was the only boy.
Okay. So is it like another family that's living in there with them?
I think it's just people that's close to them that can't find a home or don't have enough money for a home. They keep.
Oh, they kind of all stay together. Yeah. I'm understanding. I got you. Okay, cool. So when was the last time that you talked to you, either
What's
one?
wrong with you?
I was at her.
Thank you.
On Sunday, this previous Sunday.
So that would have been 2 days ago. So the 25th?
Yes.
Okay. And then so you physically went to the party?
Yes.
Okay. What time did you leave the house?
Like around 7
p.m.?
Yes.
Okay. And then did you talk?
No.
Did she text you at all after that?
We went to the park, and I know she had brought her phone. When I was still at the party, so I texted her like, "Hey, did you bring her phone?" She never answered. And then when I got home, she saw the text, and she was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Oh, we were at the park. I didn't know if you brought your phone." She was like, "Oh, well."
Okay. So then you said she normally will text you in the mornings when she gets up.
Yeah, she'll text me good morning, and then she'll send me like a whole bunch of Instagram reels or YouTube reels.
Gotcha.
Or YouTube
What did she text you yesterday morning at all?
No.
Did she call you at all?
No.
Did she send you any Instagram reels? Anything else that you were talking about?
No, which is what I thought was fishy.
Okay. Did you ever try to call her or text her or anything?
Yes, I called her.
And no answer?
No answer.
Because she
And
was
that's
already
completely out of the ordinary
on.
for her.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you come to school.
Mhm.
And what happened?
I got to school, and me and our friend group were kind of just like hanging around, like kind of where the entrance is, waiting for her to get to school because she's a walker. So we kind of just like waited near the entrance for her to come in. We were already on campus. We were already like in the gates and stuff. We were kind of just like waiting for her to get there, and then when she didn't show up, we were like, okay. Sometimes she'll like wake up a little late, and then she'll come during first period. And she didn't, so I was like, okay, she might be like sick or something. Everybody kept coming up to me and was like, where is she? Where is she? Is she okay? And stuff. I was like, I don't, like, she's probably just sick or something. And that's what I kind of told everybody, that she was like sick or that she kind of like slept late and want to go to school.
Right.
So.
Does she miss school often?
No.
Is she sick frequently?
Yes, but she still comes to school.
Okay. Is it just like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. She was coughing a lot. Like, she's been coughing a lot. And then when we were running around, she was coughing a lot and stuff. So I think she was sick then.
Okay. But she didn't mention to you anything about not coming to school yesterday?
No.
Okay. Has she ever mentioned anything to you about wanting to run away?
Other than the woods.
Okay. And tell me about that.
Thank you.
We were at Recharge. We were walking around the bus loop, and she was like, she was talking about a gator, and then she was like, it'd be like so cool to do. And I was like, what? She was like, if we like ran into the woods, like, that trail behind school. I was like, yeah. And she was like, it'd be so cool to like go there and just like build a little house. And I was like, the woods, like with like animals and stuff. And I was like, where are you gonna get this like wooden stuff to build this house? And she was like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I thought she was joking and stuff because she kind of like smiled when she did it. So I thought she was joking, but I didn't take her seriously. And then when I found out she was missing, that popped into my mind, and I told my dad, and he was like, and I will go out looking for her. So my dad didn't come home till late last night trying to find her. She was in the woods. He went to every single park. Went to the park we went to.
Oh, one.
Good luck.
Your dad went out to the woods last night?
Yeah. He didn't find her.
Okay.
They went to the woods.
So has she ever mentioned to you about, like, I know you were saying that she was just joking, oh, it'd be cool to run into the woods and build a house, but did she ever say, like, I really want to run away or anything like that?
No.
Nothing to that context?
Nope.
Did she ever talk about how she didn't want to be at home anymore? She didn't want to live at home anymore?
She would kind of talk about getting a house or like getting an apartment. She's older though.
Okay. And I know you had mentioned something about she was going to kick her out or disown her. Why would she say that?
Because they were fighting a lot, I guess. I don't know.
Do you know?
Because she was dating her boyfriend.
Okay.
Her boyfriend wanted her daughter.
She just like, didn't want to do it.
Yes.
Gotcha. So, your knowledge, ever tried or threatened to harm herself in any way?
No.
Okay. Does she ever talk about people harming themselves or anything like that?
Nope.
Access to any weapons at home?
No, I don't think she does.
Okay. Has she shown like a fascination with like suicide or harming herself or anyone harming themselves?
Yes, I know.
Okay. What do you think happened?
I think that she does have a lot of social media. I think that she was waiting to turn 13 because she had told like when I turn 13, once I turn 13, I'm gonna leave this house and never come back.
Why 13?
Wow.
Because I think because she would always brag because I said that I can't wait to my birthday and she was like, "Are you having a birthday party?" I said no, and she was like, "Oh, I get a whole bunch of money, like $500 something on my birthday. You know, like that's like so much money." And I was like, "Yeah, like I get money, but like not like that. And I don't really like having birthday parties because the last birthday party I had was so much drama." So then she was like, "Oh, okay." She would always talk about getting money for her birthday, and then when I showed up to her, and I didn't give her money, and I already had given her a gift. I brought it to school. She kind of got mad that I didn't give her any money or anything. I was like, I spent money on this. I didn't physically give you any money though. And then when we also got there, I was like, how many presents did you get? And then she was like, I barely got any money yet. Like, I'm kind of mad because like I want more money. And then I was like, oh, why? And she was like, well, it's probably another. It's like, I don't know. I think she was waiting to turn 13, waiting for me. That way she could get a whole bunch of money and go.
But where would she go?
I have no clue. She talks to her sister. Her dad is in Washington, D.C., and I think her sister is too. Her and her sister are close. I went over to their house. Like, I went over to the mom. No,
her biological sister?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I went over to her grandparents' house, and she was on a call with her sister. They seemed close. They always play Minecraft together and stuff.
How old is her sister?
And I think like the last time I think she mentioned her, I thought like 15 or 16.
She's just a couple years older.
Yeah.
So she said she was upset because she didn't get a lot of money. She wanted more money. Okay. But she didn't mention what she was going to do with that money other than just, hey, possibly buy more presents.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
Does she talk to a lot of random people on social media?
I'll tell you.
She would go in like role play games and she role play with them and talk to them online.
Okay.
I had a Roblox account. I showed Miss McConnell. She had not texted anybody. She has 51 friends on it, but it didn't say anyone has texted her in like a while. And most of them were like just people that she had friended or the people that had friended her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it could have been like a game or something. They joined the game and that they talked on the game about like where to meet up.
Has she ever met random strangers like that? Like outside of the house that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Okay. She's never told you about any of that. Has she ever told you about any inappropriate conversations that she's had with older men or older women on any of these social media accounts?
No.
Has she ever told you about maybe sending any inappropriate pictures or somebody sending inappropriate pictures or items to her on any of these accounts at all? Nothing. Okay.
Thank you.
So I know you said she has Roblox. Do you know what are her account like names on those, like her handles on those? Do you know what they are? Top of your like her username or whatever you guys call those?
I wish
And that's
I could put
Roblox.
Roblox. I wish she would have told somebody, y'all. I wish she would have said something. Yeah, there's no captions on this because it's an MP3.
Okay, so that's her Roblox username.
Yes.
Okay, and you said she has Instagram. I heard you say that.
I have no clue what her Instagram is.
You don't follow her on Instagram?
I don't have Instagram. I'm not allowed to have social media for this exact reason.
Wow.
So she does have an Instagram.
Yeah.
You just don't know what it is.
I have no clue.
Yes.
What else does she have?
YouTube Shorts.
I do. I get moody when I don't have my period, y'all.
What does she do on there?
She dances and stuff, and then she like covers her face. She doesn't do a very good job of it because she goes like up and down like there's a dance that you do. But in some of them, like I'll go on her YouTube Shorts account and she'll forget to like put the emojis on her face, and I had texted her like a few times like, hey, I just went on your thing because I get notifications that she does it. And I was like, hey, you forgot to cover your face in this one. And then she was like, oh yeah, I forgot. She was planning on doing it at 200 subs, showing her face.
Why?
Because I think she got tired of like, because everybody could I think some people kept commenting like, oh, show your face or something. I don't know.
Okay. So Roblox, Instagram, YouTube Shorts. Anything else? Okay. When you guys would text each other, did you guys use an app to text each other, or was it just a regular phone?
Messages.
Like iMessages?
Yeah.
So like just the normal text messages through the iPhone?
Yes.
You guys didn't use like WhatsApp or any of these other accounts? Do you know she had a WhatsApp? Or any other accounts that she could have had? Okay. Does she have a boyfriend?
She's a crush.
On who?
Someone in school.
What's his name?
They blurted out, y'all.
Okay.
No.
Do you have any classes with him?
Second period PE.
So she did have a crush on somebody.
And he's in your second period PE?
Yes.
Is he here today?
I feel like that's the
Does
motive.
he like her back?
I feel like that's the motive.
Do they like hang out and talk and stuff?
They him to this phone number, but he never answers her. She always texts him, but he never answers.
Okay, so they don't hang out at school or anything like that. Gotcha. Okay. So she didn't tell you about wanting to skip school or anything yesterday? Has she ever skipped school? Has she ever told you that, hey, we should skip school together, or we should go do this, or we should go do that? No? Do you know if she takes any illegal drugs or uses alcohol or anything like that?
She has medicine.
For what?
She has ADHD.
ADHD and
Okay.
everything else.
Party on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
She just kind of had an episode. Like she was on me for everything that I did, and she never acted like that.
Yeah.
Like, if I would like do something, she'd get upset about it, or she'd get mad, or something like that. She has mood swings a lot. Like she'll just like move from different moods really easily.
Yep.
I always thought she had bipolar. She never said what type of meds she took. I know she had ADHD meds, and I think they're bipolar meds too. The last time she took them was Valentine's Day. I picked her up to go to school, and she was running late.
Yes.
So I was like, hurry up. And then she was like, okay. So she gets in the car, and she's like, hey, sorry, I had to take my meds. And I was like, you're good. And then after that, the last 2 weeks, she said she had not taken her meds. And she would go around and tell everybody that she didn't take her meds.
Why did she not want to take her meds?
She said she forgot to, but I don't know.
Okay.
She did say that she kind of liked not being on her meds because she had more energy.
No shit.
Okay.
He was drugging her.
Does she engage in any kind of like risky kind of behaviors that you would think would be a little bit inappropriate for her age?
No.
Does she hang out with anybody that you would think would be a little bit inappropriate or somebody that she probably shouldn't be hanging out with? Okay. And she's never mentioned anything to you about hanging out with older men or women outside of school, running away, going anywhere with anyone?
The only thing she talked about was her dad.
Yeah. She didn't want to be sleepy.
What about?
And all drugged up.
That they would talk a lot and then they were close.
Okay. But nothing other than that.
Nothing other than that.
Okay. And then her dad and her sister, how often does she talk to them?
Her dad, she really talks to. Her sister, she talks like 24/7 too.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you can think of that I have not asked you that you want to tell me that you can remember?
Sometimes the YouTube shorts or like the Instagram reels would be about love, but like crushes or like finding like a boyfriend. And I thought that she just meant like a crush in her, or something. I don't know.
Probably
Do you think
not.
she ever had any like feelings?
I wonder what she said. Feelings for what? They blurted it out.
Okay. It didn't seem like that to you at all. Okay. What about with anybody else? Nothing. Okay. All right. All right. Anything else you can think of that I have not asked you? I know we talked about a lot of things with all of this.
That's what I was thinking. At this point, they know. The officers know about Stefan on February 27th.
When I gave her my present, she kind of got mad and stuff. And she was like, she would take stuff really literally, like all the time. Like, she would kind of just take stuff out of hand or something, and then she kind of just takes stuff out of context and make it more dramatic than it is.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you think that she acts out for attention sometimes?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So I know I go back to the whole, like, what do you think happened? Do you think that she
Me too.
just ran away? Like, what are your thoughts on this? Because you know her better than any of us do.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why we have to come and talk to you. Like, I don't know her. I've never met her. I know nothing about her. So based on what you know.
Based on what I know, I think she kind of just wanted to be free and kind of just not live under, like, her.
Was she, like, defiant? Like, didn't like to follow the rules?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it depends if she took her meds. If she doesn't take her meds, then she's, like, really crazy and she doesn't think. She just does stuff.
Like, impulsive?
Yeah.
Okay, when you say she does stuff, what does that mean? Like, what kind of stuff?
Like, no matter what it is, it could be, like, crazy or it could be, like, completely normal. Like, it'll just be, like, whatever, and she'll just do it.
Okay. Did anything happen at her party that you think would have set her off? It was at the house, though? The birthday party?
Yeah, but I don't know where they're. It was at the grandparents' house.
Oh, the birthday party was at the grandparents' house.
Yeah, I wasn't at.
We're going to listen to Yolanda's next.
And she didn't tell you why?
No.
What about?
Nope.
He didn't come either? Mm-hmm. So who all was there?
The rest of their family. Their grandma, their grandpa, everyone else.
It depends on the person.
Has she been staying at Grandma and Grandpa's house?
Yes.
We're going to listen to this
So
next.
she's not
Grandma. She was at.
Like, she goes back and forth. Depends.
She was at Yolanda's for the week.
At Disney, she
Grandma's
early, so she like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you mean. Okay. Where does the grandparents live? Do you know?
No. Yolanda's the grandma.
Or is that right
Yeah,
around the corner? Oh, that's right around the corner here. Okay. I gotcha. Okay. Now I'm understanding. Okay.
My dad was like outside in like the woods and stuff, and then a cop was talking to him about, and my dad asked like where like
Yes.
and like
Potatoes.
cop was like, had picked 2 o'clock.
She wanted.
Didn't say where. Didn't say like.
Wait,
She wanted to.
Who said that?
The cop said this to my dad.
He told your dad that.
That Maddie what?
Oh, he asked him. Did he?
No, like he like said like my dad asked like where did like just like wondering that way like because she could be around there, that way he can go search, and then the cop was like fuck, and then drove her home. But then I asked there, or like when was like the last time you saw her? She was like this morning.
Did he say where he picked him up or
No.
picked her up?
No.
So the deputy told your dad that picked her up at 2 o'clock and took her home?
Picked her up 2 o'clock and took her home.
But he didn't say where.
Because my dad called my mom and then said exactly what the cop said. And then my mom had told me, and my dad came home and told me.
Okay.
But I was confused because that's not.
Stay here and we'll listen to Grandma next.
So she was like, okay, I'm just wondering because where she is, did she come to school? She didn't come to school at all. And I was like, she wasn't on lunch, she wasn't anywhere to be found. Everyone like, oh, she was like sick or she didn't come to school. Nothing like that. Nobody really thought of anything of it. And then she was like, okay, I'm freaking out. Can you call your friends and like make sure that she was at school or that someone or like make sure someone's seen her. And then I checked everybody, no one saw her. So I was like, no one saw her.
But she didn't say if she dropped her off at school.
No. She said she dropped her off at church and then left.
You that?
They didn't.
I'm just writing this down because I will forget because we've talked about a lot of things. Okay. Told you that she was the one that dropped
her off.
Okay.
Oh shit. Jen told her that she dropped her off at the church.
Did she say what time?
Did you hear that?
Like 4:45 last time.
What?
The last time she was seen.
4:45 in the morning?
Yes.
Why would she drop her off at 4:45 in the morning at a church?
The church is like next year, so then
What?
Yeah, but 4:45 is like 4 hours before school starts.
I mean, sorry, 8:45.
Thank you. I'm like, hold on. Hold on.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Jen said she dropped her off. Jen dropped her off, not Stefan. We're at
told her she at 8:45 at the
she
church.
dropped her Maddie off. Yeah, me too.
I think Honda. I don't know. It looks like a Honda.
Is it like a passenger car, an SUV, a van?
There's a back seat. I don't know.
Like small car, big car?
Small car.
Okay, what color is it?
I can't remember.
And you guys said this over the phone. It wasn't in a text message.
Yes.
What time was that?
Wow. Jen?
It was sometime after school because I'd gotten off the bus and then we guys contracts. We were like waiting around the neighborhood for it.
Yes, she's talking about that day.
You.
Jen said she dropped her off.
Yep.
Okay. And then the woods, did you say your dad searched? Where are those at?
Here.
The ones that are right back out here? Okay. How long was he out there?
Shit. They talked about the woods too.
I don't know what time he came home or anything. 9 something he came home.
Uh-huh.
I think somewhere around like 8. I told him at like 7, like late 7, and then somewhere around there he kind of just left. It was like, I'm gonna go find her, or like I'm gonna go look for her. And then he told me to send him a picture, send him like the address of the grandparents' house, and I'm gonna call you just to keep your phone on you.
And this is your dad, correct?
Yes. And so I kept my phone on me, and he kept like calling and telling me like, ask her or anything, and ask her if there's any updates and what she was wearing. She was wearing like a Kelly green RBS hoodie that I gave her.
RBS, what is that?
RBS is a company that my dad and my mom work at.
Gotcha. Okay.
White Crocs and spandex, like black spandex.
You said white Crocs
Mm-hmm.
and black spandex pants?
Oh, shorts.
I'm assuming you haven't heard from her today then, right?
No.
Not at all. So you haven't heard from her since Sunday night after her party?
Yes, which was the last time I saw her was when
Okay.
she had gotten mad at me because I didn't say goodbye to her family, and I didn't like go shake everyone's hand and like tell her like goodbye to everyone.
Okay.
So the last conversation was an argument.
So you don't know if anybody else had contact with her yesterday after mom dropped her off at 8:45 at the church?
No.
What?
Because
We don't know.
going exactly a car line.
Is that normal?
No, I don't think so. You like straight dropped off in the in front of the school.
Okay.
Car line.
I normally that. Off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But yesterday, for some random reason, she wanted to be dropped off at the church.
I don't know if she's ever been dropped off at church before. Not she's
Right.
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. Anything else you can think of? I know we've talked a lot about a lot of different things here.
Yeah.
Okay. If you think of anything else or anything that you think that is important, make sure that you have your parents call the sheriff's office. Okay. And we'll go from there. I mean, we're going to do everything we can to see, to find, just need to, that's why we're talking to everybody, because we have to exhaust all of our leads and try to put this whole thing back together to figure out where she was last seen and kind of retrace her steps and all that. Okay. Do you have any questions for me that I can answer for you, or try to at least?
Do you have any possibility of where she might be? Like any thing?
So there's a lot of things we're looking at right now. I am not the lead detective on this case. I'm helping out with somebody else. So I don't know what all he has gathered from talking to her family. There's a lot of things that we have to still look at, right? Like there's a lot of social media. There's just a lot of stuff we have to look at. So our goal is to as quickly as possible, right? In an safe condition. So I don't have those answers specifically, and I'm not going to make something up and tell you if I did. Okay. But that's our goal for now. So there's just so much we have to dig through, there's so many people we got to talk to and all that. So, but any other questions that I could try to answer for you?
Did you talk?
Okay. NPA.
Okay. He got
no parents around.
And pretty similar. Your name was brought up as like the best friend, so that's why I'm directly asking you specific things. Do you think you have any other information that could be helpful that's different than what you gave me?
Probably, maybe. I mean, she didn't tell me about leaving the house and never coming back when she turns 13.
Okay.
Not that I know of anything else that.
Yes. No parents around.
Got it. All right. Do you swear everything you told me is true to the best of your knowledge? Awesome. All right. Time is going to be 13:44 hours.
Yay, we can get that off. All right, let's get to Yolanda. We're an hour and 30 minutes in. I thank you guys for being here. We have 694 people in chat, and I appreciate you. If you like the way I present true crime, I know I'm having a rough night tonight, but please hit the like button and subscribe for all notifications. Tomorrow we're going to have Collier Landry on, and then we're going to continue covering this case as we always do. So I'm going to find Yolanda. Yolanda's interview is only about not even 10 minutes, but it gives you a lot of insight into what was going on with Maddie before she went home, her not wanting to go home. And this is the first time that you have, if any of you have probably heard, I challenge you if you've heard her before, because I've dug through this case and I've never heard Yolanda ever speak before. So yeah, so NPA, I didn't know they were saying NPA. I thought they were saying MPA. NPA means no parents around. And I appreciate you guys for the compliments. Some people, I saw a couple people talking crap in chat. What's wrong with you? And this and that. But my real crime crew people, you guys always show love. Yeah, it would be NPA. I thought it was MPA. All right, so we're going to hear this. Never before heard Yolanda Zambrano, which is Madeline Soto's grandma, Jen Soto's mom. Now, Maddie was staying with grandma right before she went home. So she was with her the week before. Yeah, if you guys can hit the like, there's 690 people and 370 likes. Thank you. All right. So yeah, it doesn't cost anything to hit the like button, but I do appreciate Nancy for the $4.99, Sea Life for the $1.99. All the memberships gifted, etc. So thank you. All right, let's get going. Yeah, we don't care about the trolls. I don't know where the trolls are, but you guys can help me. I had a rough day today. All right, let's see if I can play this and then get it started. Let me stop the other one. I just wanted to make sure I kind of answered the questions for you before. All right, let's see.
I celebrate.
This is Yolanda.
And is that the last time you saw her
That's
too?
the last time I saw her.
Got it. And so I won't keep you too long, but it's my understanding that it's not uncommon from
For
school
Maddie
to hear sometimes.
She did it like a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that normally like when she's waiting for pick her up or?
Yeah. Sometimes to the office and pick her up.
Mhm.
She walks from school to here.
Okay.
She did it like maybe, I don't know, 5-6 times.
Okay. So just a few times she's done
Just a
that.
few times.
So that's why Jennifer would have come here yesterday to see if she had maybe
Yes, maybe she
come
walked
here.
here. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what Jennifer told you yesterday?
No, she's like, waiting here at school, but she doesn't come out. She's not. I don't think she's here. Maybe she walked to school to the office, and I was like, okay, I'll wait here.
Mhm.
It was 4:30, 4:35, 4:40, and she never showed up.
Okay.
So, and we went together to school, but the office were closed.
Mhm.
It was only the after program they were open.
Mhm.
So we went to verify to the school
Mhm.
and the program. She didn't. While we went to the school, Jennifer called 2 friends that she has,
Mhm.
and they told her that she never made it to school.
Got it.
That's when we find out everything. That She
Okay.
wasn't in school.
Did she tell you who took her to school yesterday?
Took her to school.
Okay.
Now Stefan.
Came
Okay.
here to- I don't even know. I guess
Gotcha. Okay. So does he live there with them still or?
No.
No. Gotcha.
Oh.
He just came. Does he?
I guess he just came to visit.
Got it.
Yeah.
When did?
Wow.
I'm not sure, but I know he moved back in December to Punta Gorda.
Mhm.
He moved out of the house.
Okay. And it, as far as you know, it's because they.
As far as I know, I don't know.
Got it. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. But he came back this weekend, maybe
came back
for.
just- I
for
guess-
Yeah, it must be redacted.
it. I guess is it common of Stefan
I guess sometimes he did.
Got it. And did he say where he dropped her off at all?
He said he dropped her off in the corner of Urbana. There is a building there. It's called Urbana. Urbana. It's town loop, and I don't even know the name of the street.
Okay. By Urbana.
I was right in the corner.
Got it. So he dropped her off there, and then did he say what happened after?
He said that he just walked, like going to school, and then she stopped for a few seconds. I guess she was looking for her phone.
Yeah.
And then he just kept going.
Okay. Run away before, or ever wanted to go somewhere else or hang out with her friends without permission or anything?
Not that I know.
Okay. Is there anywhere you know of that she likes to hang out or go to clear her head if she's ever upset, or a place that she likes to go?
One day she was upset. I guess she had a fight. And she called me crying. And I was like, I'm walking around the neighborhood. I was like, why are you doing that? She's like, I don't want to be in my house right now because I am mad at me. Like, you know what? Go back to the house. Don't walk alone in the street. And she said, okay. So she went back. That's the only thing I knew it happens. That was, I think, like a year ago. That happened like a year ago.
Jen's mom.
I don't know.
Got it. Okay. Do you have any concerns with, I just ask this because I have to, do you have any concerns about either Jennifer or Stefan with ever raised alarm with you that you can remember?
I never liked him. Don't ask me why, because I don't even know myself. It's because I guess he doesn't work, he doesn't do anything. I mean, he just there because he suffers from a lot of things.
No, this is it.
And
this is not
he doesn't work, he doesn't help you.
What? Hey, Bree, where you at? This is Jen's mom, Yolanda. This is not the friend. This is Jen's mom.
I just ask her, you know. That was her answer.
Got it. So typically, does she do anything from the phone?
No.
Not much?
Yep.
Not much.
Do you remember the last time you spoke with her before Sunday?
Well, I spoke to her Friday. She slept over my house.
Okay.
And then Saturday, I came here to work. And after here, I was going to the party.
Gotcha.
And I told my husband I was going to take her. And she started crying. She said no, she doesn't want to go. So she didn't go at all. So my ex-husband went to pick her up.
Okay.
And they spend the day together.
Do you ever pick her up from school, or does your ex-husband ever pick her up from school?
Yeah. I don't know about my ex-husband, but when I have to, I'll go and pick her up. If not, Leticia.
And when you pick her up, where do you pick her up
Just
from?
From the school.
From the school.
Yeah.
Have you ever picked her up from like anywhere else far from the school?
Church. Like
Church.
Like from the church.
Is that somewhere that she hangs out, or other kids hang out, or?
No. There's a lot of kids there at that time.
Oh, they kind of go there.
Yeah, a lot of kids go there. The parents will pick them up from the church.
Got it. Okay, got it. Okay, what's a good phone number for you?
I haven't heard this before, so yeah. And they're redacting
Have your ID
the phone.
so I can get your name down.
I have it in my.
Oh, that's fine. How do you spell your name?
YOLANDA.
And your last name?
Zambrano. Z as in zebra.
Yep.
AMBRANO.
And what's your birthday?
9/29/67.
And you do have a Florida ID. I can look up with that. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay. Well, is there anything else important that you think I should know?
Yeah, my brother-in-law. He woke up this morning. He went to look.
It's definitely Yolanda.
And he was walking, and he passed by 417 under, and he found the wallet. I have it.
When you say the trail, what trail?
It's like in the back of the school, there is a trail.
Oh, there's a trail behind the school.
Behind the school. Yeah.
Okay, and you found a wall. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
And
Let's
if
take
you want
a-
to come in and
Yeah.
take a look what you found, and he just gave it to me, and I
13,
found
19.
20.
Are you guys talking to Stefan out here?
Yeah, they're right out there. They just wanted to ask him a couple things, but I figured I'd just ask you this at the same time for the sake of time. Do you recognize this vehicle at all? I wanted to see if I could. So I know it's pretty grainy.
All right, so now we're getting into the Jennifer interview, y'all. So that I'm not going to do. I think there are a couple other friend interviews that last like a few minutes. If you want to listen to that, I'm not sure how bad the background is. I don't know if you're still here, Bree, but if you know if the background is bad, I'll fast forward. And if it is, I'm going to probably not do anymore. We're an hour and 40 minutes. It kind of took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So let me go to 6:43 and let's see what happens there. I can't listen to lawnmowers anymore. The lawnmowers and the chopping. I'm like, it's too much. Let's see.
12 years old.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Do you know what the difference is between a truth and a lie? What's-
Yeah, like a truth.
Okay, so let me just read this back to you and make sure I have everything right, okay? Your last name.
More friends. A lot of
You know the difference is
redactions.
between a truth and a lie, right? You first met last year in grade 6, where you guys shared one class together. This year, you have 3 classes together. Her best friend is. They knew her best. You met the person when she was a sub.
Yeah.
Okay, you were not able to get a phone number.
No.
You didn't really follow each other on social media. You're more in person. You remember school crying, sometimes complaining about. Do you think that happened about once a month? If something I'm saying is incorrect, please tell me and I'd be happy to correct it. Okay? You think that happened about once a month?
Probably. I can't really remember, but like sometimes it would just happen.
Okay.
But
Occasionally she would start crying. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
don't know, personally, I feel like she couldn't have run away by herself.
Okay.
I feel like she could have run away with someone. Because if I'm personally, I believe that you have to like climb over the fence.
Yeah.
And she's like short.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Sometimes mean to you when you asked her why, she said it's how she showed her love and affection. She did not talk about suicide or depression at all. She sometimes said that she also felt sad. Her out before. Okay.
I don't know if it's going to start again, and if it doesn't, I'm not even going to play this again because like it's hard to hear. Chat's flying, and I have more audio, but we're really far in. Okay. I don't know. I think people just want to blame somebody. Danielle Williams. You know, I can't. I can say Jen Soto failed Maddie, but I can't sit there and blame Yolanda. Now, I wish Yolanda wouldn't have sent her home, but it would have been a temporary fix had she not. So Maddie did not want to go home that weekend, and yet she cried and said, "Mom, our grandma, I don't want to go home." She knew Stefan was coming, and we don't know all the reasons, but she didn't want to go. And Yolanda made her go anyway because she needed to go to work. So, I mean, you could add Yolanda to the list of everybody else, but you can't. Yeah, you can't really. The most person that would be responsible for Maddie would be Jen Soto. So, all right. So the next one was these are little friend interviews, and little girl's kind of hard to hear. It only lasts a few minutes, and then it goes to something else. So we'll save that for another day. If it presses play, I'm gonna go, and if not, then we'll. If it sounds good, I'll play it, and then we'll be back tomorrow. We still have 662 people here. Say a prayer for Maddie. I just saw 666 a minute ago. Yeah, Yolanda made her go because Jen insisted on it. Right. Now, Jen wanted Maddie. She wasn't going to give her up. That's why she never gave her to anybody. Grandma was a real grandma, but I don't know what you mean, microwave cheese. That was her biological grandma, but she did have her for a week. She had her for a week. So, yeah, God, gotta love her little friends. All right, let's see what happens here. Now, Carrie, I got your message, but we didn't cover the Vega case. So Mercedes Vega, if that means anything to any of you, the killer was caught. So the guy suspected in the Mercedes Vega case got caught. I haven't been following that at all, so I really don't know. His name is Sincere Hayes. If that means anything to anybody, Carrie sent me a message. I have no idea who that is, but we can maybe cover it another day. All right, let's see. Let's see if it goes.
She talked about her crushes before, and you guys never talked about sex. Okay. And you never noticed any real changes in her behavior. Is that right? Okay. Anything else you think I need to know?
If you can, you could probably these people that I would suggest also talking to.
Yeah.
I have in my second period.
Last thing.
Last thing, but okay. I do know that I have in my second period. My second period is gym, and my coach is Coach Princess or Coach Princess.
Okay. Then I'll certainly try to talk.
And you could also probably talk to.
It's so hard to understand her.
You could no. I was gonna say my friend, because we were like talking about it, and we were kind of like suspicious. When we found out what happened on the news, we kind of like knew.
Okay.
So like yeah, but.
Okay.
I can't really remember. I don't like know anyone else that you could be able to talk to besides those two people since she's close to them the most.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Can you promise that everything you told me is true and correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, I think I'm done with this. I can tell you guys right now, confidently, we have a bunch of different kinds of interviews. I'll have to sift through them to see if it's something I even want to play. I was very happy to play that today. So just to recap, y'all, I wanted to come on here and show you just one more piece of evidence as we wait for things to come out. And the thing that came out was Maddie's friend saying that she, in fact, had her period at the end of January. Now, we know that February 27th, Maddie's life was already taken. So that would be a month in between her having a period and then not having another period again. So we can speculate all we want. I've been on that side just to kind of squash the idea because the family obviously doesn't want people doing whole shows on that and saying Maddie was pregnant. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I know why it bothers them, especially if it's not true. So I love you guys. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you for the Guilty of Crime crew. You guys are amazing. There was a few little trolls, but there was also 700 people in chat. So to catch a couple of trolls, I can't even be mad about that. I just time people out. I'm learning my lesson here. Leanne says, it's okay, Jay. It's horrendous crime. You're doing an excellent job at making it professional and proper and respectful as you can. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a hard one. And today was kind of a rough day with that thick chocolate milk, y'all. So I love you guys. Thank you for being here the entire time. And you're amazing. Mods are amazing. I love Grizzly True Crime. You're amazing. Grizzly True Crime is the queen of true crime. I talked to her today on the chat and I told her, you're the queen. And she gave me a shout out. So we got to love them, but we'll have more content coming tomorrow. Brand new content, brand new interviews, and we're going to keep it coming here and every day. I'll see you guys soon. Love you all.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?
And if you're still on here, I want to thank Microwave Cheese for the $30 super chat. That makes it so worth it when you guys are just being awesome. Now, you could have sent me a love letter and said, Jay, I love you. You're the best. And I would have felt just as happy. But thank you, Microwave Cheese, for always making me feel appreciated. And all of you, like, subscribe, share with your community. All right. If you like how I present, you guys have a good night. Clark, love you. Lynette, Annette, not thankful and grateful. Millie, all of you. And thank you so much again, Microwave Cheese, for being such a kick-ass person. Good night.